Alright, I already took him out. Oh, here's a little kitty looking at me. Can you see her? She's curious. What is this big guy doing under the car? Well, anyway, there are 10 of these bolts. I left 2 of them still in to hold it until the rest of the transmission fluid drains. As you can see, it's still not done. Now, of course, I don't know if I told you in the previous one takes, I'm going to have to train also the torque converter. Torque converter holds a lot of oil too. If you already do this job, might as well take all the oil you can out. That way everything works and shifts smooth. So basically you're going to see these bolts inside. This is how they look. Let's see if I can zoom. There you go. Nice. They're all the same size. There are 10 of them. 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, and 2 that I left in. So there are 10 of them. Once you take them out, the conductor plate gonna come, the valve body gonna come out. So right now, let me try and zoom again. Ooh, come on. Nice. Now, as you can see, it's still dripping. It's almost filled the whole container, which this one I think full is about, if I'm not mistaken, 10 liters. If it's full, and it's almost full, so it's getting to about maybe 6 liters so far came out, and it's gonna be more. It's not the end. It's gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, and I gotta look at the WIS, that's the workshop assistant software from Mercedes that I have on my computer. I gotta look, I think if I'm not mistaken, the whole transmission with the torque converter holds about close to 10 liter, maybe 9 liter. I'll check that, I'll get back to you on that. By the end of the video, I'll give you the information that you need. But I'm gonna let it keep on dripping like this for about maybe an hour, because as I mentioned in the previous takes, I hate transmission fluid. But alright, anyway, I'm gonna let it drip. I talk too much. Watch the video. I'll be back in probably an hour and take the valve body out and show you how it looks when it's out. Hang tight. Or unless you want to stay here with me for an hour and see it dripping, we can do that too. Alright, let's count. 59 minutes and 59 seconds. 59 minutes, 58 seconds. Just kidding. Go away. Come back in an hour. I promise and I deliver. Alright, this is the valve body. Here's the conductor plate. You can see it here. It's got a few covers for the solenoids and everything. I'll remove them in a second. I'll put the new valve body. This is the new one. This is the old one. So I'm going to start and disassemble everything. Rebuild it inside, clean it real good. I'm going to use some brake fluid to clean the solenoids before I put them back in, just to make sure that I don't use the same solenoids, dirty, nasty oil inside the transmission with the bad solenoid. I'm going to clean the solenoids, put the new conductor plate, close everything back in. I'm going to go down and show you how the transmission look without the conductor plate, without the valve body, so you get the idea. But basically just 10 screws. These ones, they're all the same size, so you don't have to worry about mixing them. But 10 of them, you take them out and the conductor plate will come loose. Just open each one of them a little bit, you go in a circle and then you start to take them out. You can do what I've done, leave 2 of them on various and opposite sides, holding it for a few moments until all the fluid drops down. And I still didn't finish dropping all the fluid. There's still fluid inside the valve body. I'm going to let it dry a little more, drain it sideways until everything comes out. But there you go. This is the valve body. I don't know if this is already on video 1 or video 2. I'm going to edit everything later. But I'm going to make sure that you can find both videos if you do the same job. So stay tuned. I'm going to put the new conductor plate and show you the process. Okay, my battery just died in the middle of the explanation, but anyway, I gotta knock it out, so I can't wait for the battery to charge again. The only thing I wanted to show you is basically you gotta make sure that every valve goes exactly to where it came from, and you can see the electric touches, just goes in and sits down, and then you have that one that screws on top and tie that down. You open this one first, put it aside, just pull them out, move them, make sure you have the same order. This basically not going to fit in each other's place, but keep them at the same place because they got different application, each one of them. Alright, the whole familia came back. I'm going to cut it off now. I'm going to replace the plate itself. The plate, there is only one more bolt that's holding it here. I have to open the bolt, then this one comes out. The new one goes back in, and we put everything back together. Of course, after I clean it with the brake cleaner. So stay tuned. I'll welcome my family, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, this is the conductor plate. I just want to show you. You got to make sure you put the valves exactly the way you took them out. You cannot mix the valves. Maybe one or two of them, if they're the exact same one, it's not necessary to make. Just put them back exactly the same way. Okay? All right. Anyway, these are the covers that's sitting on top of the valves. You take them out. You kind of like slowly, gently. Actually, it just snaps on this side. There's no bolt or anything. But I took the valves out. I cleaned the valve body with mass airflow cleaner. Yeah. You can do it with the brake cleaner. It's a little cheaper. This is an expensive stuff. But this one doesn't leave any residue or nothing. It just evaporates almost immediately. That's why it's considered as a better cleaner. I think pretty much what it is just alcohol or something like that. But as you can see, it evaporates in seconds. And that's what you want. You don't want anything like grease cleaner or something like that. You don't want that because you don't want anything to stay on the valve body. Because that's not going to be good. It's going to break down the oil that you put in if it stays inside, and you don't want that. You want something that will clean the dust and evaporate immediately. That's what I did. You see, it looks almost like brand new. I took my time to clean it, snap that back on. Now, as I said before, make sure you're not mixing the valves themselves. I ran out of the mass airflow cleaner. So I gotta go and get some more to clean the solenoids. Solenoids are what responsible whenever the speed sensor sends a message to the transmission control unit. It sends a message to the solenoids, and then they know which gear to engage. But anyway, I'm not going to put the solenoids without cleaning them back. So I gotta go and get some more air cleaner, mass airflow cleaner. And I'm going to put that back. This is the old one. Looks like crap. Looks really bad. That's the new one. I'll put everything, tied back everything together, and reverse the action of taking it out. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'll show you the rest. Okay, like brand new. I cleaned everything, put the valves back. This is the cover on the valve. When you take it out gently. Just basically yank it out. It snaps in. There's something here, a little round stuff that holds it. Same here. Just snaps up. The two valves here, 4 valves over here. Put that back. Conductor plate is in place. Be careful, don't touch the electric parts. I cleaned the valves, as I said, with the mass airflow. Valve body is clear and nice. That's my boy in the background singing. Alright, job is done. I'm going to put it back in the transmission. Still have to put the filter, the gasket, the filter. This is the old one, by the way. Gasket, filter, and the plug for the wire harness. So all that stuff goes in basically now. Alright, we'll see you under the car. Hang tight.